Welcome, everyone. Welcome, wherever you are. It truly is a blessing for us to be here, whatever time of day it is, if it's morning, evening, nighttime. It's truly a blessing for us to gather here today to hear from a mighty woman who has made bold moves in the marketplace. I am your host, Anola the Freitas, and I am honored to be here today. Today is a really a significant day in my life because it's the first day that I'm doing this. So every day that is the first day for something, I'm telling you, it's going to be an anniversary next day. And I am here to showcase the work that many of our women are doing, some of them in the forefront, some of them behind the scenes, but they're doing things, and we want to bring it to your attention so that if you are wondering if it's time to launch out into something, you're having second thoughts, you would hear the stories of these powerful women and be encouraged that, you know what, it's time for you to do something great as well. Right? Today, I want to introduce to you my awesome guest. My awesome guest. I have known her in so many capacities over the years. When I started to scribble, I'm like, oh my, she was once your student. That I met her again as a teacher, and now she's a friend, and now she's so many things. When I think of the Encouragers Nest, this is the Encouragers Nest mommy here, the host of the Encouragers Nest, which is a very dynamic program that you can hear on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and also on Sundays on Facebook and on StreamYard. She's going to give us some more details about it. She's also the brainchild of Scholars Immaculate Academy and so much more. She's a visionary, she's an encourager. You know, I think of her as a ceiling breaker. And I'm telling you, the list is so long. If I have to read, I could take over the whole show. Right? But we want to introduce Daliesha Guy. There's so much to talk about when it comes to her. So I'm gonna allow her to just tell us a little something about herself, and then I'm gonna dive into the question. So Daliesha, over to you. Tell us something about you. What is it that we need to know about you that we don't know?
Hi, Anola.
I
Thank you for having me on your platform. It's really a blessing to share, you know, on this at this time. I am so grateful for the opportunity. All right. So, Delisha, you said so many things. I'm saying, who is Anola speaking about? Sometimes we become so involved that we sometimes don't take that step back to look in and see what we are actually doing. So for me, Delisha, I'm just, as you said, a visionary. I really just hear the voice of God saying to do this, branch into that area, and I'm just saying yes to all of it. I am very soft spoken. People don't get that out of me. I'm shy at times, but I take on the boldness of God in everything that I do. All right, so the boldness you will see me, going forward in so many avenues is just the boldness of God. So I thank you so much again for having me.
Yes, the boldness of God. I remember chatting with you sometime in the past and asking you about that boldness, and you said, Anola, it's the boldness of God. And I never forgot that. Because sometimes you might be wondering, how is somebody doing something and they're saying that they're shy? It truly has to be something that's greater than you, propelling you to move
Amen.
and, get into that uncomfortable place. So I thank God for his boldness in you that you show up each and every time to do what he's calling you to do. I want to
Amen.
spend a little time talking about Colors Immaculate Academy because I know a lot about the Encouragers Desk. I know a lot about it, but I want us to, both educate me and the other persons who may not be aware of Scholars Immaculate Academy. What is Scholars Immaculate Academy all about?
Okay, so Scholars Immaculate Academy was built in 2017. I returned from university, and as most persons, you're looking for a job. and that wasn't working out. And I sat at home and I said to God, what do I do? Where do I go from here? I'm saying, do I leave the country, go to another country seeking employment? And one of my pastors said to me, why don't you teach? And I said, teach. And that it was a time of really seeking God, because yes, I love to teach. I've been always teaching throughout school, always helping someone with an assignment while I was at university, always tutoring someone, but I never saw myself teaching, and I took it into consideration and I started off with one subject area, and I just made an ad and I placed it on social media, and I was so surprised by the responses. So surprised with the responses. I'm saying, God, these people trusting me to teach them this thing for the very first time, you know. And I took that bold leap of faith, and I asked God for a name. And first I thought of Scholars Academy, all right? And one day I was taking a shower, and the Holy Spirit said to me, that name is already gone. And I said, what? And I went and I actually searched for it on social media, and I found it. And another day while having another shower, yes, he speaks to me in the shower. He said to me, add in immaculate. And at that point, I did not know the meaning of that word. So I went and I searched out immaculate, and it actually means clean, meticulous, excellence, to the point, exact. And that's what Scholars Immaculate is all about, producing, giving students an opportunity to advance in their education in the best way possible, using technology, of our present time to cause them to really advance in education. All right. We don't even have an age limit. I taught students in their 50s, and I taught students under the age of 3, and we are just about education and advancement.
Wow, that is awesome. You are an excellent teacher, because for the time that I've known you after school, I've learned so many things from you. So I think I'm unofficially enrolled in Scholars Immaculate Academy, and I don't even know it, because you're a natural teacher. Everything you bring across with such clarity, and I think you could tell quite easily after interacting with you that the desire is that at the end the student learns. So I'm
Students
very thankful. Yeah,
always.
it's not like you're doing it for, okay, I'm doing this as a job. This is an extension of you. And it's a reflection of what you want to see in the lives of the students, that they come out successful at the end. So
That's
I'm
it.
really happy to be enrolled. I didn't know that I was enrolled, but thank you for having me as a student. So tell me, what are some of the subject areas that you provide at Scholars Immaculate Academy?
Okay, so we started off, as I said before, on the CXC level. So we started off teaching HSB. And on that level, we added maths and also biology. All right. We are also affiliated with I Am Legacy International. That's another tutoring service, and they offer chemistry at CXC and at CAPE level. So we offer that as a package alongside us. We do also SEA preparation. We take students from standard 4 and 5 in this pursuit, and it's all virtual. So you can be in Trinidad and be in a classroom with Miss Guy and also Miss Brathwaite. Um, we also offer SAT prep in affiliation with I Am Legacy International as well. And we do individual tutoring at all levels.
That's amazing. So persons aren't restricted to location. You can be
No,
anywhere and log in and access Miss Guy from the palm of your hands, from your laptop. I love that. I love the way that you embrace technology so that no one is left out. So there's not somebody listening now and sentencing and thinking, if only I was to be able. As long as
yes,
you're
you can
doing it,
come in.
you can, yeah, you can enroll. And I'm really happy about that. You really have embraced technology. Really, really have been. I want to thank Daliesha in a big way, because if it wasn't for her, we would not have been having this today. I remember just sharing a little idea with her. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, if she says we're doing it, we do it. We're doing this. We're doing this. So I want to
Yeah.
thank her for doing, yeah, I want to thank her for doing that. And that's the great thing about having somebody else. She's like a teacher and a coach, everything in one, pushing you to go that extra mile. So you know if you connect with Daliesha, things that you didn't even know was inside of you, you'll see it coming forth. You'll see it coming forth. Daliesha,
Amen.
thank you so much for that. Thank you
No
so much.
problem.
You know, since you've been on this journey, have you had any like challenges that made you feel okay, I should step back or possibly give up?
Oh, of course, Anola. First of all, we do it for the love of the students and not really for the financial benefits. Yes, it is a business, but we want to see our students progress. So when the pandemic started, it was a hard transition for many of the students because we were also doing physical classes in the beginning, right? And it was really challenging for to get some of the students onto the virtual space and have them really acclimatize into the virtual space. And that took a bit of time, to get them not seeing you in your face or even to keep their attention. Because before you were in their face all the time physically, so they had to pay attention, but now you are behind a device. That took a transition. Um, well, all our notes were already and our material was already online, so that wasn't a problem for us. It was just mainly getting the students to transition, letting them know yes, you can learn online. Breaking that mindset that teaching is chalk and blackboard or whiteboard and marker. But it has been a blessing to switch. It gives us a greater leverage in terms of the material and resources that we have available to us. And, we thank God for technology.
Yeah, truly thank God for technology. As you said that, I'm thinking there's some people who, because of the pandemic, may have plummeted in their business. And then they're the ones who seized the opportunity and pivoted like you did, And I'm really happy that you're showing persons that even in the midst of a situation that could be a dead end for some people, it could be the launch pad for others. So, that's a really good message I'm seeing coming out there. So, woman, you might be at home thinking, you know what, this is a closed door. Don't look at it like that. Seek the Lord. Seek the Lord, and He is able to do things exceedingly abundantly. Sure.
Oh,
He's able to increase our territory because before with face to face, persons would have to be with you in order to learn, but now they are able to access you from any part of the world. All right. So I think I didn't even mention the name of the program, which is Woman of Influence. Woman of Influence. And that lovely name is a name that I want you to embrace as a woman of influence. You're not just an ordinary woman just here taking up space. You are a woman of influence sent here to do a mighty work. Sent to do a mighty work. Right? So I want to thank our woman of influence who will keep doing her do.
amen.
And I want to ask her, what is one advice you'd like to give to a woman out there who's thinking, okay, well, Daliesha has it all together. She could do that, or Anola, she could do that, but they don't know what's going on with you. What would you tell a woman like that listening to us today?
First of all, I will encourage them to, sometimes to look within them. It's very, we were trained by society to always look for a role model, to look for someone out there to emulate, right? And I believe in having good role models, but sometimes persons go through the feeling of inferiority when they look towards a role model and, fail to realize that there's greatness embedded on the inside of you,
Yes,
and sometimes we go out there chasing this thing when it's actually on the inside. So I would say, first of all, what I did, and it helped me, is to write that list of all the things that you are good at. Write that list of all the things that you can do. The simple things. Being a good listener, being a good writer. All of these things. Search yourself. Spend that time to get to know you more. And in all of it, I believe that you will find your way. You will definitely find that way and that path. And I will say, don't give up. It's not an option. Giving up is not even an option. We have to, achieve. We have to do good. And I will always recommend the word of God. That I can do all things through Christ that gives me strength. So whenever you get that idea, after searching and seeking within yourself, always know that you can do it. Sometimes you will need persons to come alongside you to help you push into your area of influence, but know that it is already on the inside of you. Basically, you are really that treasure chest with so many jewels and so many things that are locked up on the inside that just need to come forth. So that's my motivation to a woman that feels as though she doesn't have influence or don't know how to launch out and to do the things that she would have been called to do.
I totally agree with that. As you said that, I thought of uh, something that happened recently. And I was sharing it with you, I think, at that time. Having on, sometimes people only see a certain part of your story and they might be comparing their life with yours. They might be saying, okay, well, look at Anola, she has it together, Daliesha has it together. It's just like us sitting here. You never know if we just have on a fancy top and a party bottom. You're only seeing part of the picture, but we're showing up. So I want to endorse what Daliesha said. You want to ensure that whatever God has given to you, you show up with it. You
Amen.
show up with it and don't worry about comparing yourself with somebody else. Don't compare yourself with Daliesha. Don't compare yourself with me. Don't try to be like somebody else because whatever God has given to you is unique. And He wants you to show up in your true self and just deliver what you have to deliver to the group. There's only
Amen.
one Daliesha, there's only one Anola. When we come together, we do great things together. But if I was like her and she like me, then we wouldn't really add no value to each other's lives. And it's just the same way that we are waiting on you to show up to come and add value to the equation.
Come on.
There's a gap that's missing now, and we're just wondering, where are you? Where are you? So I want to tell you, it's your time.
Your time.
It truly is your time. I want to ask you about like time management and discipline and focus. How important is that? As a woman, women, we always doing every little bit and so many responsibilities. Like, do you think that it's really important, or do you think we can just how do you say it? I can't remember the expression, but you just kind of you're boxing your way through. Do you think that that really works as a woman in business or launching out?
Okay, so as a woman in business, a woman of influence, really and truly, we have to be have that way of being meticulous.
Yeah,
We have to be prudent. Managing our time wisely because we don't just have a business, but you have a life. Some of us we have children. You have a household to manage, so you have to have that balance in place and for me, it's all about setting your priorities right. Um, I battled with procrastination for years, and it was something that really held me back from doing all that God would have called me to do, even in the marketplace in business. And He gave me the method of planning, you know, sitting down and planning the week and getting your stuff written out, writing the vision of the business, knowing your goals, setting quarterly goals for your year, have mid-year targets, and all these things He would have taught me that I would have come into that alignment because I was failing, not because I didn't have greatness on the inside of me, not because I couldn't do it, but because I wasn't managing my time effectively. So I would say yes, plan, and also have that mindset of getting it done. Be a beast at it. Really go after it. Some days you have to stay up later than some. Sometimes you have to seek help outside of yourself. But know that here, what if I put my mind to it, time and money kind of goes hand in hand. So you have to put your time in there, sow that time in there, and I believe you will reap a harvest.
I totally could. I could not have said it any better. I could not have said it any better. I want to ask you, for persons who want to reach out to you after this interview, could you share with us how they can do so?
Okay, yes. So you can reach out directly via call or WhatsApp messaging at 868-750-4796. Again, 868-750-4796. Or you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Scholars Immaculate Academy.
And so that's it. I hope that you got that because Daliesha is somebody you truly want to engage in a conversation. When you chat with her, you will see exactly what you've been missing out on and make that contact to take it further with education. So it's not only for children, it's for adults as well. So you don't have any age limit to say, okay, I'm too old to attend a class, right? So I really want to endorse Daliesha as the person that you want to connect with and enroll in Scholars Immaculate Academy. Now, today is a very special day, Daliesha. It's International Women's Day. And as a powerful woman, that has many other women who look up to her. What do you have any words that you want to leave with the women on this very special day?
Yes, certainly, Anola. I would say to women, let's embrace each other. You know, society taught us that we are competition, but really and truly, we are completion. And you have something to offer, and I have something that you need. You know, so as we work together, seeing, the love, the unity, and all of that, I believe that we could do great things. There's an African proverb, and I hold on to daily. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And I believe that we have a great target to get to, and we'll do it better together. So that's my motivation to women. You know, we are not under, but we are above. We are the head and we are not the tail. All right. So we can really do some major things. You know, there's no bias, there's no holdback. We can do it.
Totally agree. I noticed you use a lot of quotes from the Bible. What would you tell a woman who's saying, I want to do it? I want to be a woman of influence. Do you see that Bible saying there? No, me and that. What would you say to a woman like that?
Well, first of all, it's all based as to where your belief system is rooted.
Yes,
And I know without a shadow of a doubt that God is the source because the word of God says that He's the one that gave us the capacity and the ability to attain wealth. You
yes,
know, so He is the source. And, once you know that and you come into that relationship with Jesus, He will give you strategies beyond measure. He will tell you how to run your business. He will give you the strength to push when you don't feel to push. He will give you favor, with people. He's going to cause you to increase. So I am really endorsing Christ in all of this. He's the one that's going to really do it for you. When you feel to give up, because there are days in business when you feel to just say me, I done. I'm
yes.
throwing that towel, forget about all of this. And I believe the strength that comes from God is what actually keeps us going, as powerful women of influence. Sometimes even when we don't acknowledge Him, He's still there propping us up, So I really endorse taking Him, on today and really allowing Him to help you to navigate your path.
Thank you. I totally agree with that as well. When your foundation is in Christ, it's an unshakable foundation, unshakable. So I
Really,
want to what
totally.
you said. So, if you're wondering if it would work for you, you really need to taste and see that the Lord is good.
Come on.
You really need to taste and see that the Lord is good. I want to give you, Tanisha, an opportunity to share anything because I had my list of questions in my mind that I wanted to ask you. But I want to give you an opportunity. If there's anything I missed, anything that you would like to share, to just take the opportunity to just share before we close.
Okay. So basically, when God gave the vision, it was not only for business and financial gain, but also to make an impact to society and in society. And one of the babies that God gave, in addition to Scholars Immaculate Academy, as pertaining to the tutoring aspect, He also gave us a children's clubhouse, and it is an experience beyond measure. The students and the children come in from many different parts of the world, and they come in just to have fun. And this clubhouse is held every third Sunday, 4 p.m., and that's Atlantic Standard Time. So if you're gonna come from another country, you could work out your time difference. That's one of the babies God gave, as well as Tips with Miss Guy. So that's a podcast slash blog that is ready to hit another season in the month of March. So we are in a good month. And we just basically are going to be giving tips to parents, students, teachers, you know, we're going to be having special guests coming in just to share with the audience at large. And this will be streamed via Facebook. And also, now we have a newly minted YouTube channel. All right. So the children said, Miss, I'm not on Facebook. I need to see the podcast. So we are listening. Right. So we're going to have this podcast aired also on YouTube so the children can actually get to listen to it. We want to really offer the holistic experience here at Scholars Immaculate Academy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I could testify to the children's clubhouse because my two boys loved it. They loved it and they're looking forward. So as you were talking, I was calculating on my fingers. When is the next one? I think it's so it's the 20th, right? The next one is the 20th of March. 20th of March. I'm looking forward to it. It's very engaging. The children love it. I remember when my boys attended,
Okay.
and there was this, how would you describe it? It's like a treasure hunt.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
and they were like
students
all
love
over the
it. The
house looking
virtual treasure
a
hunts.
virtual treasure hunt. They were all over the house looking for these articles of items she had listed to ensure that they got maximum points if it was points. And I was in the mix because I love the competition. I love how she engages them. You don't feel as okay, I'm missing out. You're on your screen and you're home looking, and so I really want to bless God, Daliesha, for the
Yeah.
sacrifice that you've made to show up, because I know it hasn't been without effort. And I thank God for his hand upon your life. I thank him for what he's doing. I thank him for the lives that have been impacted so far and continue to be impacted. I just love the relationship that I have with you. I love you're like a real motivator. I remember prior to meeting you in this new aspect of my life, I was saying, Lord, connect me with a ceiling breaker. That's how I felt. Lord, connect
Wow.
me with a ceiling. That's what I used to pray. God, connect me. I said, because there are people I know out there who might be at one place and their desire is to go to another level. But something might be restricting them. And if I feel that way, other people feel that way. And when the Lord reunited me with Daliesha, I was like, Lord Jesus,
Hallelujah.
so I want to encourage you to step up because you might be the answer to somebody's friend. If you stay
Amen.
in the background, somebody is being sadly deprived because of your reluctance to show up. So again, I want to thank Daliesha Guy for being with us today. I trust that you were blessed. I am so happy to have her here because if it wasn't her just saying Anola, no, the show would have been delayed, right? So I see the blessings of the Lord over her. And remember, you can connect with her on Facebook. Share with us again your number, Daliesha.
868-750-4796. Also on Facebook and Instagram at Scholars Immaculate Academy.
Thank you so much. So I want to encourage all the women of influence, and we are all women of influence, to arise, because according to Isaiah 60, verse 1, arise and shine, for the light has come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon you. So arise
Amen.
in this season. If the Daliesha is arising, there's room for you to arise. And you are just going to arise because God is calling you to this new place. Amen. I say
Amen.
amen. Yeah. Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah. So join us again very soon for the next episode of Woman of Influence, where we're going to have another powerful woman, and that to be you, coming on the platform to share your awesome story. Be blessed. And I'm your host, Anola de Freitas. Thank you so much for spending the last 31 minutes with us. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.